warrant article about the rail trail. And this year, it is very preliminary, so there's no money, no real money. There's a small amount because we have to have, it has to be a dollar amount associated with the warrant article, otherwise it can't be on the warrant. This is one of the rules. So there's like, I don't know, I think it's $1,000 to continue the study. But there are two things that we're going to ask residents for at the town meeting. One is the insurance application that should go out at some point this year. And there is, again, it's not committal, there's no money flow involved, but the purpose of this is to get in line for the state match program early, because there's a limited amount of funds available every year, and the sooner you get in your application, the more likely you're going to get covered by the program. And so even though we don't anticipate purchasing a policy before town meeting in 2013, we think it would be advisable to get the application in this year. And you have 1 year after that to actually purchase the policy. And so the second thing is to allow for the study committee to continue its work. These are the two things that we're going to ask the town for at this year's town meeting. And I hope certainly that if you support the rail trail, that you're going to be able to make it to the town meeting and vote in favor. So here's a quick overview of our next planned steps and where we think we're going to be in, well, 2 years out, really. Town meeting this year in 2012, I just spoke to that. Dover has a town meeting a little later than ours. It's going to be in May. And they are essentially asking the same questions. There's also no sum of money requested by Dover, so they are also trying to buy some time, another year, to do more research and to get the project going in the meantime. Then we have Q3, Q4. At some point this summer, the requirement to get the insurance application out to the state. And then for the Bay Colony Rail Trail Association, the nonprofit, which is Ted and I and everybody else who's on that committee, and everybody else who wants to help, is fundraising. We have to really start in earnest because trail's going to cost, depending on who we're going to go with, it's going to cost money. There's no way around it. And we know that the towns will neither of the three towns will have the ability to really appropriate substantial costs towards building the trail. So we're looking at private funds. And I wake up in the morning and I think in the shower I say to myself, are we being naive, thinking that we could actually raise $1 million, $1.5 million, no matter how, this is like worst case scenario, but could be that much money. But then, there are some very smart people working on as part of this group, and so I don't think we're all so naive. I think there is a real chance to actually find large donors in the area who are interested, and we have something to offer to in return. So we think it could be a real win-win situation, and we'll be starting working on that. Then we have, in 2013, there will be another town meeting that will be more specific at that point. I think next year we'll have some real proposals, and we'll actually be asking to start with construction. And what exactly that's going to do remains to be seen. We have a little bit of work to do until then. And then, the insurance has to be purchased at around the same time. Lease with the MBTA being signed, insurance policy purchase, and the construction starting should all happen within a relatively short period of time. And then it's not going to take all that long. This is, with a soft surface trail, could be a 3 to 6 month project if everything goes right with the contractor. So we think that in 2014 the trail could be open, at least a portion of it. And so this means we started in 2009, 2014. 5 years is not a bad, would not be a bad record for building a rail trail. It would be, as I think you alluded to, we would be the fastest rail trail in Massachusetts that was ever built. So